I went on a solo backpacking trip across Europe for 2.5 months, and these are some of the most important things I packed that you should do. I just did a video on all my biggest tips from my backpacking journey, so if you want to see that, it's on my page. But yeah, here are actual specific items I would recommend packing that I feel make the world of a difference. First of all, pack as light as you can. That's the major thing, number one most important thing when it comes to packing for your solo journey. If you're going to a hot place during the hot months, pack a pocket fan. I'm telling you, this makes so much difference. There was one night when I was in Barcelona and I could not sleep. It was so hot in the room. I pulled out the little pocket fan I had, and this little fan made the world of a difference, and I slept like a baby through the night. So this thing was incredible. Pack one. The one that I had was amazing. It was from Five Below. It was also a little portable charger. It was foldable, very compact. Loved it. Worth every inch of space it takes up, but it doesn't take up much because it's very small. Next up is air tags. I went with a very off-brand version. I would say pack some air tags or some equivalent and put them in all your bags. Whatever bag that you have with you. If you have a little card or something that you can put in your phone, do that. Definitely in your big backpack, just bring a couple. Next up is a Turkish beach towel. I actually can't tell you how much of a difference this made. I mean, it wasn't the greatest towel ever. However, when you go into hostels, so this is if you're doing hostel traveling, you have to pay for the towels wherever you go. And so having this towel was awesome. I mean, you can also bring it to the beach or the pool or whatever. But it was just so nice having a towel, and it's very, very lightweight, very compact, but it was also very sizable. So 100% recommend bringing that. Also, compressible totes. I would bring honestly 2 to 3 of them because they're very small, very lightweight. They don't take up much space, and it's nice to have one that you can take out for a day trip or whatever, or just as you're walking around town. But it's also nice to have if you're going into the bathroom or something, you want to bring all your bathroom stuff, just throw it in the tote bag. Next up is a money belt. I know plenty of people who did not travel with a money belt. Most of the people I met had no idea what a money belt was, did not travel with it. It's fine. You'll be fine without it. But I did feel much more assured traveling with it. I mostly just wore it when I was traveling in between countries, cities, whatever, on trains, planes, buses, whatever it was. And I would put my passport in there. I would keep a debit card in there. I would honestly say bring 2 debit cards and 1 credit card, because it's nice to have a debit card that you can bring out with you as you're going out, and then one that you can keep in a safe place in your locker in your hostel, or in your money belt in this case, and that's in case you need to take out hard cash. I personally didn't wear my money belt on a daily basis. I felt it was secure in the hostel locker, but this is a case-by-case basis. Do whatever you feel safest doing. I don't think there's a tried and true better way to do it. So yeah, whatever you feel best about. Next up is little organizational bags. So this could be packing cubes. Packing cubes are great. Little toiletry bags, just a little coin purse, all sorts of little organizational bags. Oh, I had a little electronics bag that kept all my little cords and stuff organized. Loved that. So just as many little sub-unit bags that you can throw within your bigger bags, they just make things so easy. So I would definitely recommend that. On that note is a neck pillow. First of all, you're doing a lot of traveling, probably, if you're going to be doing a backpacking solo trip and you're going to a bunch of different countries, and a neck pillow makes things a lot more comfortable. But also, I just stuffed a bunch of crap in there. I had my beach towel in there, I had a bunch of clothes in there. You can stuff a decent amount of things in there, and that gives you some extra space, and space is so valuable when you're solo backpacking. On that note, and this should be higher up in the list, but a good backpack. So I went with a big carry-on backpack. I think it was a 22-liter backpack. And yeah, bring a good one. Bring one that has a waist belt, please, please. Mine did not. It had one and then it broke off, and then just do yourself the biggest favor in the world and get yourself a carry-on backpack with a waist belt. Next up is paracord. This is very useful if you're doing laundry in your room and you want to hang it up, especially if you're doing laundry in your sink or something, which I did a number of times. And on that note, I would also bring little laundry sheets. laundry detergent sheets, very helpful, and they take up little to no space. Next up, I would bring $50 US. Again, keep it in your money belt, just to have in case. Next up, and I did not have this, but Bluetooth earphones. If you have some Bluetooth earphones, headphones, whatever, that's great. I didn't have Bluetooth, I just had wired. I would also recommend bringing some wired ones if you can. Again, those don't really take up much space. But you can't charge your phone, at least with a lot of modern phones, you can't charge your phone while you're using them. So that presents a problem. When you're packing your clothes, pack basics and like versatile accessories, because yeah, versatility is going to be your best friend. You don't want to bring a lot, like you really want to bring as little as possible, but you want to be able to like have diverse outfits and things like that. For shoes, I would just say, and it depends on the climate you're going to, but if you're going to be in hot weather and in cold weather, I would just say like good walking shoes, comfortable walking shoes that, you know, keep your feet covered so that they can work in cold weather, and like one pair of sandals. Oh, and also a pair of just like cheap dollar store flip-flops that you can wear in the showers, like the communal showers, so you don't get any kind of weird infections or anything like that. But please don't bring anything else. It really won't be necessary. Next up, and I didn't do this because I really wasn't in super cold climates, but if you're also going to be in cold climates, I'd really recommend bringing thermals. They're, again, really thin, really lightweight, but I think they'll make a huge difference if you're going through cold climates. So just like one pair of thermal leggings, one thermal shirt, and I think you're good. And then I would also say on that note, a compressible coat. I got one before I left from Uniqlo, and this was great. I put it in a vacuum sealed bag as well. Again, super lightweight, super compressible. That's just the name of the game when you're packing for a solo trip. So I would recommend that for sure. Again, this one should have been at the top of the list, but luggage locks. Okay, you want luggage locks for both your bags. I mean, I use them for my bags. I would recommend using them for your bags. You don't have to, but also definitely for your locker. You can usually use your luggage locks on your locker. It'll fit just fine. But I also did have a bigger lock that I used for lockers as well. I use combination locks. If someone's really determined to get into your stuff, it doesn't really matter which lock you have, they'll get into it. But ultimately, it's like for discouragement. And they'll all kind of do the same for that. And I wanted to do a combination lock because I was worried that I would lose a key. For me, it was much better to do a combo lock, but a lock with a key can be a little bit more secure, so if you want to go about it that way, go ahead. Totally based on preference. Again, this should have been at the top of the list, but we're ending on a strong note. Please, please bring a portable power pack. This thing saved my life. So, so important. Definitely bring that. Similar to a power pack, something like this. I would say definitely bring all your necessary cords, but also I would recommend having something like this in case you need it in a pinch. It's just a multi-cord like charging cable that you can put on your keychain. Highly recommend this. That really came in handy to me. Another thing, bars. Bars for shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. This was a huge difference. Like, you really want to reduce the liquids that you're carrying as much as possible. So that was a big thing that was really helpful for me. I think that's everything I have. I'm sure there are more things I'm missing. So if there's anything you can think of, go ahead and like add them to the comments down below. And yeah, with that, happy traveling and stay safe.